Have you ever found yourself puzzled by the unique challenge of connecting with teenage students? Well, you're in the right place. So let's go over a few ways that we can connect better with our teen students. First and foremost, when you're teaching teens, it's really important to understand the teen dynamics and what is going on in their brain that affects learning and communication. The brain, different parts of the brain develop at different times. And one of the things that's happening in our teens is that their prefrontal cortex doesn't fully mature until the age of 24. That is why we might have moodiness, that they might seem impulsive, because that part of the brain is responsible for controlling things like mood, attention, impulse control, etc. It also affects their ability to plan ahead and to see potential consequences. Meanwhile, we have the amygdala, which is already getting developed in those teenage years, and that is the part that leads to strong emotions like fear and anger, fight or flight responses, etc. So it's important to know that just because a teen walks into your studio one day and is super happy and ready to learn, and the next week when they walk in, they are moody and like not at all wanting to talk, it's not your fault. There's some brain stuff going on. So what can we do here? Well, it's all about building rapport, right? It is about building mutual respect and trust with our teens, between our student and ourselves, and showing trust in their capabilities as a young adult. That's what they are wanting from you. They want to be seen as that young adult who is responsible. So there are many things that we can do in order to encourage that. One of the things that we can do to really help our teen students is to keep those open communication lines, encouraging them to express their thoughts, their concerns, to talk about their interests without fear of judgment. It's so important to stay curious when we have teens in our studio and to be able to ask the right questions so that they do feel comfortable with us and that they trust us and that they will open up. When we are able to do that, when we are able to keep open lines of communications with our teens, we are going to build stronger and more stable relationships. That is going to increase teen retention in your studio. And it's going to give them this supportive environment where they feel seen, heard, valued, understood, which, let's be honest, when you were a teenager, that's all you wanted. It doesn't necessarily have to deal with the music. It's about being seen and understood. And when you can provide that for your teen students, they're going to stick around. Now, let's be clear. We are not therapists. So we don't fill that role. But what we can do is create safe spaces where teens feel good about talking to adults. All right, a couple of little techniques that you can use in order to engage with your teens is, one, be aware of their need for autonomy. They are growing in independence when they reach those teenage years, which sometimes happens as early as 11, and give them choices when it comes to their learning so that that will help them improve engagement and cooperation. Give them autonomy over what they get to choose. All right, so I think that's where we're wrapping it up today. If you want to learn more about teens, please be sure to check out Wendy Stevens' workshop. It is absolutely fabulous. It is called Teaching Teens: What Researchers, Therapists, and Teens Wish You Knew. And now through March 31st, if you use the code Teaching Teens Sarah Campbell when you check out and you get this workshop, you will get 15% off, which is pretty sweet. All right, well, thank you so much for being here today. We're going to wrap it up, and we will see you all next week with more fun topics. And in the meantime, stay savvy and stay you, because you are an amazing teacher and there is no one in the world quite like you. And I think you're pretty dang awesome. Oh, and I forgot, drop the word teen down below if you want to get information about the workshop. All right, thanks everybody. Have a fantastic week and we'll see you next time.